guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are obviously doing another fun craft project. So for this one, I'm going to make a really cute bathing suit out of a boring old basic black bathing suit and some snazzy Fendi elastic ribbon stuff that I got. So it's going to be a fun project. And I'm going to use my sewing machine, which unfortunately does not get nearly as much love as it should.
Alright guys, so for our materials we are obviously going to need a bathing suit and some Fendi trim or whatever trim that you want to use. And we're going to need our measuring tape and some scissors, and a sewing machine is highly recommended. You probably could hand sew it, but when working with bathing suit type materials I will always highly suggest using a machine. Alright, so we're going to need some measurements for this. The first thing you want to do is measure your under your bust all the way around your body. And then we're going to measure just across the front where you're going to want the bathing suit part to go. So from, the furthest left point right before, your armpit area to the other side across that front area, so we know where we're going to be sewing the halter pieces onto. Also, you're going to need the halter length, so that's going to be going from that under bust position on either side up and around your neck. And the last thing we're going to need, obviously, if you're making bottoms too, is you're going to need to measure where your hips or waist or however, that area that you want your bathing suit to lie is. I would recommend using the existing bathing suit that you already have if it fits the way that you'd like, and just measuring where that bathing suit falls on your body to make sure that you're getting it the right distance. If you try adjusting and kind of finagling the bathing suit to have new straps that are higher or lower, it might end up looking a little wonky because of the cut of the original suit. Alright, let's get started making the top. The first thing you're going to do is cut and sew the ribbon that's going to go around your body. Now, since I'm using a stretchy elastic material, I didn't feel the need to put a clasp in it because it's going to stretch and I can just pull it over my head. If yours is not a stretchy material, I would highly recommend putting a clasp in or leaving some extra length so that way you can just tie it. Now we're going to remove the old straps off of the existing suit that you're using. Mine, this worked out really easy. I can just slide it off, but if yours are sewn in, then you will need to cut them off. The next thing we're going to do is sew the pieces onto that band that's going to go around your body. Make sure that you are putting the halter straps of the trim in front of the solid fabric of the bathing suit that you're using, so that way obviously you're going to see the trim in front of the bathing suit. Now this is where that second measurement comes in really handy, because we are going to be able to just tack it on to the correct spot, so that way our seam or clasp or whatever is all the way in the back, and our halters are going to lie directly in front of where we want them. Now the next thing we're going to do is stitch the trim pieces onto the part of the bra in the front, so that way it's all one piece and nothing's flying around or anything like that. So you can see in this clip, I'm sorry it's really shaky, these are how the pieces are going to be attached, and you're just going to stitch them on so that it's going to look more like the right side of the bathing suit. Make sure that you're getting that halter flat all the way around and not twisted, or it's going to be twisted on your neck and probably drive you crazy. Now that we're done with the top, we can move on to making the bottoms. What we're going to want to do is to remove the original or ties that are holding the bathing suit bottoms together. As you can see, we're going to want the new trim to go all the way around the top and connect the front and back parts of the suit. Since I'm doing a V shape in the front, I'm going to start with sewing the trim on the back part in the center, making sure that I have an equal amount on both sides to reach around to the front and make that V point directly in the center. And the last step, really easy, we're just going to attach the front on the other side, making sure that it's meeting in that V point in the middle. As you can see here, the back is already attached, and I've attached one side, so now I just need to attach the other, making sure that they are ending up symmetrically in the middle where I want them, and then I will trim off that little extra end. And now we are all finished, so let's take a look at how it turned out.
Well guys, I think that was a pretty successful endeavor. I kind of ended up getting my sewing machine jammed there on the end, so I didn't really film me completely finishing the bottoms, but hopefully that was enough photographs and explanation for you to get the point of what I was doing. It was super fun to make, and it really didn't take that long. It was maybe like a couple hours, but that was mostly because I didn't have a pattern. I just kind of like measured and then like cut stuff and then sewed stuff and then like checked it on my body and then like repeated that whole process. But I'm sure if you come up with like a pattern first, it will take you less time. So there you have it guys, another one of EXO's crazy DIY antics. I hope you liked it, and until next time, I hope your day is as beautiful as you are.